The game that won't die. Just a few months ago, CSGO broke its concurrent player record multiple times at around 1.5 million players. But where did all these players come from? I went over the years to see which events caused the most growth for our game. To get a good look at the data over time, I will be using the SteamDB graph, which shows players as well as Twitch viewers. Here's the graph. On first sight, there is no real pattern. Upon closer look, we can see, however, there is one reoccurring player count reaches its peak in August to January and its lowest in July. The reason for this is quite obvious. January in the Western world is winter. During winter, it's cold and you're limited to outdoor activities, so you spend more time at home. Games like Counterstrike are a great pastime in the case. Meanwhile, in summer, people tend to go on vacation and do more outside activities. Before we go on any further, here's a quick word from my sponsor. Use promo code NART and you're gonna get a free 50 cents and a 10% deposit bonus. Another pattern are the correlation between huge event viewership during majors, for example, indicated by these blue peaks, with a slight increase in player number. This also makes for sense considering many people will go log on even just to do their pick'ems or buy stickers even if they don't play themselves. On the other hand, the major is the most important event in a year and naturally attracts many eyes. Some of these will be inclined to try the game for the first time or get back into it after being inactive for a while based on how exciting Counter-Strike at a major looks. Plays like the Zywoo 1v4 just awaken that certain feeling that has you want to start the game, hoping that you'll hit a clip equally as exciting.
G2, he's down below, they have no idea, it is the final drop. Oh my god, JK has some honesty on the other side, he's gonna tap the bomb once, no kit, so this is gonna be even more difficult. It's nearly a 2-for-1 shot, oh my god. He's gonna put up the smoke and try and tap it again, he's no clue where Monacy is. He just doesn't know, but now he does, he finds the shot, and it is a ridiculous world-class clutch coming in from Zywoo.
However, the importance of majors in attracting more players has somewhat diminished over the years, with Counter-Strike already being well established and known nowadays. One moment that raised player numbers is a bit hotly debated till today, CSGO becoming free to play. In just 2 months, the average player number increased by 200,000 players. People widely criticize that new players might just be a bunch of bots, farming cases, or fake accounts intended to be sold later on. Either way, it helped make Counter-Strike more accessible to new players and arguably fueled some of its future growth that would have been slower otherwise. The perhaps biggest boost in player base for Counter-Strike came unsurprisingly during the COVID lockdowns in 2020. Similar to how people played more video games in the winter when they can't go outside, the same happens when they cannot go outside regardless of the weather. This combined with the hype and release of the first operation after 2 years, Operation Shattered Web, gave everyone, especially casual players, a lot of opportunities and reasons to play CSGO with their friends. This formula would prove effective for the second operation during the lockdowns, Broken Fang as well. And while we do see a big fall off with the end of the lockdowns, at the same time as the arrival of summer, the average player number post-lockdown will remain higher than before lockdown. If I were to ask you based on these player numbers when the supposed CS killer Valorant had come out, you'd be hard pressed to find it. Its release was actually in the COVID time between the two operations, but even despite the new game coming out, we barely see a drop off in player numbers beyond the regular summertime drop. And now to the last boost in player numbers, the rapid rise in player number in the past year sticks out a lot when looking at the graph, and that is with no operation. The only thing that is special about this time is the announcement of CS2. People left, right, and center started to fire CSGO back up. OnlyPixel was having nearly daily Source 2 hype streams where he would wait till late night in the night for any new information.
Errol, hey, X-Support, can you talk to me? Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Was?
The peak, of course, came with the official announcement 2 months ago in March, with hopes of being included in the beta with just more playtime. Everyone scrambled to play some CS, resulting in a 300,000 player increase and an all-time record of 1.8 million concurrent players. Counter-Strike has a very solid core player base that has been consistently growing over the years, reaching its peak in the winter and its lowest point in the summer. Special events like majors, operations, or update hype always cause some spike in player number, and it is good to see that we aren't dependable on these hype times to have a consistent player base but still have a lot of room to grow. With numbers like these, no one has to be afraid for CS to just disappear in the near future, and if we can keep them even remotely close to the player numbers that the CS2 hype generated, then be ready for wild times ahead.